Hello friends, welcome to Bankers platform. So friends, today in this video we will be learning about exports, and this video will be very helpful for certificate course in foreign exchange and certificate course in international trade finance. So let's start with our master circular. This is the Foreign Exchange Department Master Circular of Reserve Bank of India, and last it is updated on 17th March 2025. So let's see what are the important points that are required for exam point of view. Okay, so this is the master direction on exports of goods and services. So friends, under Section 7 of Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999, the Reserve Bank of India is giving the direction. Okay, and within the contour of the regulation, Reserve Bank of India also issue direction to authorized person, means authorized dealers under section 10 subsection 4 and section 11 subsection 1 of the Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999. So this is the index what we are going to learn in this. So here you can see these are the important like realization, okay, realization and repatriation of export of proceeds of export of goods and services, manner or receipts and payment, foreign currency accounts, DDA account. So these all we will be discussing in this video. Okay, so many points are there. These all points are very important if you're preparing for foreign exchange exam and international trade finance. Okay, so let's start. So first is export trade is regulated by the Director General of Foreign Trade. So DGFT is regulating the export trade and its regional offices functioning under Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Department of Commerce, Government of India. So bank AD category 1 bank may conduct export transaction in conformity with the foreign trade policy in vogue and rules framed by the government of India and direction issued by Reserve Bank from time to time. So फ्रेंड जितने भी बैंक्स हैं एडी कैटेगरी वन उनको जो है जितने भी एक्सपोर्ट ट्रांजेक्शन्स के ऊपर जो भी उन्होंने करना है दैट दे हैव टू सी द गाइडलाइन ऑफ फॉरेन ट्रेड पॉलिसी and Government of India guidelines and direction issued by Reserve Bank of India. So based on this only, banks will be doing the transactions. Okay. So let's see which are the main point. So here, AD category one bank have been permitted to issue guarantee on behalf of exporter client on account of export out of India, subject to specified conditions. So there is no restriction on invoicing of export contract in Indian rupee in terms of the rules, regulation, notification and direction frame under the Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999. तो फ्रेंड्स जो भी एक्सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं वो आईएनआर में भी इनवॉइस कर सकते हैं, ऐसी कोई रिस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं है. ओके, as per the foreign trade policy 2023. So friends, when we are reading this circular, when we are discussing this circular, so our a part of foreign trade policy will also be covered in this. Okay, so all export contract and invoicing shall be denominated either in freely convertible currency or Indian rupees, but export proceeds shall be realized in freely convertible currency. So friends, जितने भी एक्सपोर्ट के कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स और इनवॉइसेस हैं वो फ्रीली कन्वर्टिबल करेंसी में या तो आईएनआर में वो उसे रेज कर सकते हैं, बट जो एक्सपोर्ट प्रोसीड्स है वो फ्रीली कन्वर्टिबल करेंसी में ही होना चाहिए realization. Okay. However, export proceed against specific export may also be realized in rupees, provided it is through a freely convertible FOSTO account of a non-resident bank situated in any country other than a member country of Asian Clearing Union ACU और नेपाल और भूटान. सो फ्रेंड्स यहाँ पे क्या है कि सपोज किसी ने इनवॉइस रेज की है. ओके, सपोज somebody has raised the invoice in INR. Okay, in INR they have raised the invoice and they can get the payment in USD euro, anywhere they can get payment. But for the specified, for the specified countries, they can get payment in INR also. Like up we have studied that the invoice can be raised in any currency, but proceed should be in freely convertible currency. Okay, but here all export contract and invoice shall be denominated either in freely convertible currency or INR, but proceeds एक्सपोर्ट प्रोसीड शैल बी रियलाइज इन फ्रीली कन्वर्टिबल करेंसी। जो एक्सपोर्ट की जो प्रोसीड्स हैं वो फ्रीली कन्वर्टिबल करेंसी में आने चाहिए, लाइक नॉट इन आईएनआर। ओके, रियलाइजेशन के लिए। बट इनवॉइस, जो इनवॉइस है दैट कैन बी मेड इन freely convertible currency, USD, GBP, CAD, anyone, or in INR also. But realization should be in foreign currency. But here it is saying that export proceed against specific export. कुछ ऐसे स्पेसिफिक एक्सपोर्ट्स हैं फॉर दैट जो रियलाइजेशन है वो हम रुपी में भी ले सकते हैं। उसके लिए क्या है, दैट शुड बी डन थ्रू वॉस्ट्रो अकाउंट। ओके, दिस यू रिमेंबर, वॉस्ट्रो अकाउंट ऑफ नॉन रेजिडेंट बैंक इट शुड बी। Additionally, rupee payment through Vostro account must be against payment in free foreign currency by buyer in his non-resident bank account। तो फ्रेंड्स जो वो Vostro अकाउंट है उसमें वो जो अमाउंट है वो फ्री फॉरेन करेंसी में आना चाहिए। Free foreign currency remitted by buyer to his resident bank, non-resident bank, after deducting bank service charges on account of this transaction would be taken as export realization under export promotion scheme of foreign trade policy. Okay, contract for which payments are received through Asian Clearing Union shall be denominated in ACU dollar. However, participants in the ACU may settle their transaction in ACU dollar or ACU euro as per RBI notification. So, जो भी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स हैं फ्रेंड्स जहाँ पे पेमेंट जो है वो एशियन क्लियरिंग यूनियन के थ्रू आ रही है तो उसे हम कहेंगे एसीयू डॉलर और एसीयू यूरो। ओके, एज पर आरबीआई नोटिफिकेशन, सेंट्रल बैंक, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट may relax provision of this paragraph in appropriate cases. Export contract and invoices can be denominated in Indian rupees against Exim Bank and Government of India line of credit. Okay. Invoicing, payment and settlement of export and import is also permissible in INR subject to compliance as per RBI। तो फ्रेंड्स वही है, इनवॉइसिंग और जो पेमेंट है सेटलमेंट है वो एक्सपोर्ट इंपोर्ट के लिए आईएनआर में हम कर सकते हैं, बट दैट रिक्वायर आरबीआई कंप्लायंस। Accordingly, settlement of trade transaction in INR shall take place through the special rupee Vostro account opened by AD Bank in India as permitted under regulation। तो उसके लिए फ्रेंड्स स्पेशल रूपी वॉस्ट्रो अकाउंट है, उसके थ्रू ही आईएनआर में वही एक्सपोर्ट इंपोर्ट कर सकता है। ओके, so this is the procedure that they have given under Foreign Exchange Management Department Regulation 2026। Indian importer undertaking import through this mechanism shall make payment in INR, which shall be credited into special Vostro account of the correspondent bank of the partner country against the invoices for supply of goods and services from the overseas seller or supplier। Indian exporters shall Indian exporters undertaking export of goods and services through this mechanism shall be paid the export proceed in INR from the balances in the designated special Vostro account of the correspondent bank of the partner। तो फ्रेंड जो भी ये है वो स्पेशल वॉस्ट्रो अकाउंट के थ्रू ट्रांजेक्शन को करना है कॉरस्पॉन्डेंट बैंक के थ्रू। ओके, next is financial year. In foreign exchange, financial year is taken from April to March, as it is common in our country. Okay, this is the time base for all the transaction pertaining to trade related issues. Realization and repatriation of exports of goods or software. So let's say it is obligatory on the part of exporter to realize and repatriate the full value of goods or software services to India within a stipulated period। तो फ्रेंड्स आपको पता है जो भी एक्सपोर्ट है वो एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम के अंदर जो है उसका पेमेंट आ जाना चाहिए। सो व्हाट आर द गाइडलाइन, लेट्स सी। इट हैज बीन डिसाइडेड इन कंसल्टेशन विद गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया दैट द period of realization and repatriation of export proceeds shall be 9 month। तो फिर जो भी नॉर्मल एक्सपोर्ट है उसका जो प्रोसीड्स है, ओके, वट एवर द प्रोसीड्स ऑफ द एक्सपोर्ट, वो 9 मंथ के अंदर जो है वो आ जाना चाहिए, ओके। बिफोर 9 मंथ, it is very important, within 9 month it should be done। Suppose somebody has done the export, so within 9 month the payment should be received। So that is 9 month from the date of export, from the date of export for all exporter including special economic zone, status holder exporter, export oriented units, unit in electronic hardware technology park, software technology park, biotechnology park, until further notice। सो इन सब जोन में अगर स्पेशल इकोनॉमिक जोन में भी कोई कंपनी काम कर रही है, इन दैट केस ऑल्सो दे हैव टू गेट द पेमेंट इन 9 मंथ। दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। ये फ्रेंड्स ये क्वेश्चन बहुत बार एग्जाम में पूछा जा चुका है, सो यू कैन रिमेंबर दैट 9 मंथ इज द period under which export proceeds should come। Okay, so I hope so, friends, you are getting a lot of things from here। So, one thing I want to tell you, friends, that we are having the course on certificate course in foreign exchange and international trade finance। So, this is the mock test series. One is mock test series, and another is full course, and here it is full course। So friends, if you are preparing for the exam, it is very important that you should go through the mock test। If you are going through the mock test, then only you will get to know how much preparation you are doing। And friends, यहाँ पे हमारे जो mock test है, from our mock test, every time more than 50% questions are directly coming from our mock test, because friends, in the this exam mostly questions are getting repeated, and we have created this mock test based on the memory recall questions and most expected questions as per the latest guideline। So this mock test series will be very helpful for you in clearing the exam। So I will suggest you all that you should purchase the mock test series। And if you are interested in the full certificate course, in this you will be getting the mock test also, videos will be there, plus study material in e-PDF form। So this all will be there, and this will also help you. And plus, we are having international trade finance course also। So this course you can purchase, because when first time you are registering for the exam, okay, you are paying some amount, 1,100, 1,100। So in this first attempt, if you're clearing the exam, so that will be very good for you, that you don't have to study again and again same thing। So I will suggest you prepare one time, but prepare in that manner that you will be able to clear the exam। So certificate, this foreign exchange exam is very easy, I can say, because here you need 50 marks. Okay. Here you need 50 marks to clear. And the level of this exam is not that much high. That is manageable if you are working in the foreign exchange department and if you are having the forex knowledge। But if we talk about international trade finance, this exam is bit tough, because here you need to get 60 marks। You have to get 60 marks out of 100, and for 60 marks you are having a lot of case-based study questions that you can only do if you're thoroughly studying all the things, because this international trade finance is bit difficult as compared to foreign exchange। So you can go through our app, and the app link is in the description box, so that link you can use for the purchase of the mock test series and full course। So this will be very helpful for you, and it is at a very nominal price. This price is nothing. Okay, this is just our operational price that is costing to us। So mock test series is available at a discount of 40%. So this discount will be available only till 15th April. Okay. This will be available up to 15th April. After that, the price discount will be removed. Okay. To 15th April, you can purchase the course at this discount. Okay, 40%, 40%, and 30%. After 15th April, this discount will be gone and you have to pay the full price of the course. So I hope so, friends, you will be purchasing this and it will be very helpful for you. So let's move to the topic where we were. Okay, so 9 months. You have to remember that 9 months is the guideline for the export proceeds realization. So due to outbreak of pandemic COVID-19, it was decided in consultation with the government of India to increase the period of realization and repatriation of the amount representing the full export value of goods or export from 9 months to 15 months from the export for the export made up to 31st July. So now this point is not that much relevant here because this was only for the export made up to 31st July. तो जो भी फ्रेंड्स 31st July तक के जो एक्सपोर्ट थे उसके लिए ये वैलिड था कि उनका जो रियलाइजेशन पीरियड है दैट इज 15 मंथ ड्यू टू कोविड. So now this is not required that much. For export to a warehouse established outside India, the proceeds shall be realized within 15 months. So only you have to remember कि जो भी export है to a warehouse established outside India, warehouse related exports है, then the period is 15 months. So here you are done with the two questions that will help you. First is 9 months for normal exports, 15 months for the exports that are done for the warehouse established outside India, exported to warehouse established outside India. So 9 and 15, this you can remember. And many times from here, this 1 marks question will come. The manner of receipt and payment. Amount representing the full export value of the goods exported shall be received through an AD bank in the manner specified in the Foreign Exchange Management Regulation 2023. When payment for goods sold to overseas buyer during their visit is received in the manner EDF should be released by the AD category 1 bank. Okay. So when the payment of only on receipt of funds in their nostro, if or if the AD category 1 bank concern is not the credit card servicing bank. On production of a certificate by exporter from the credit card servicing bank in India to that effect that it has received the equivalent amount in foreign exchange, AD category bank 1 may also receive payment for export made out of India by debit to the credit card of an importer where reimbursement from the card issuing bank or organization will be received in foreign currency. So friends, when the payment for goods sold to overseas buyer during their visit, तो sometime कुछ जो overseas buyer है वो visit कर रहे हैं इंडिया और उसी टाइम अगर goods उनको sold किया गया है, okay, in that they can give the payment through Nostro account or through credit card also. But they have to, the bank has to check that equivalent amount is available. Okay, then they may also receive the payment for export made out of India by debiting to credit card. Okay, processing of export related receipt through online payment gateway. So this processing is there for export related to gateways that will be there. ऑनलाइन पेमेंट गेटवे से भी हम जो है एक्सपोर्ट के प्रोसीड्स ले सकते हैं. सेटलमेंट सिस्टम अंडर एसीयू मैकेनिज्म. In order to facilitate transaction settlement effective 6 March 2020, participants in Asian Clearing Union will have the option to settle their transaction either in ACU dollar or ACU euro, ACU Japanese yen. Accordingly, Asian Monetary Unit shall be denominated as ACU dollar, ACU euro, ACU yen, which shall be equivalent in value to 1 USD. 1 euro, 1 Japanese yen, respectively. So, further, AD category 1 bank are allowed to open and maintain ACU dollar, euro, Japanese account with their corresponding banks in other participating countries. All eligible payment are required to be settled by the concerned bank through these accounts. Okay, so this is the system under ACU mechanism. Relaxation from ACU mechanism, Indo-Myanmar trade. Trade transaction with Myanmar can be settled in any freely convertible currency in addition to ACU mechanism. Okay, so this you can remember that there is a relaxation for Indo-Myanmar trade. In view of the difficulty being experienced by importer-exporter in payment to receipt from Iran, it has been decided that with effect from 27 December 2010, all eligible current account transactions, including trade transactions with Iran, should be settled in any permitted currency outside the ACU mechanism until further notice. तो ईरान के लिए अगर कोई एक्सपोर्ट कर रहा है then in that case they can get the amount in any currency. It can be INR also. All eligible current account transactions, including trade transaction with Sri Lanka, may be settled in any permitted currency outside the mechanism of ACU. In view of understanding reach among the member of the ACU during 44th meeting, use of Nostro accounts of the commercial bank of ACU member, ACU dollar, ACU euro, Japanese yen, for settling payment of both export and import for goods and services among ACU countries permitted. So some suppose Asian countries between them also they can do the transaction in these three currencies. In wake of signing of memorandum of understanding between RBI and Maldives Monetary Authority in November 24 for establishing a framework to promote use of local currency, Indian rupee and Maldivian rupiah for bilateral transaction, it has been decided that Indian bilateral trade transaction with Maldives also be settled in INR. So these are the points, friends, which you can remember that with the Malaysia, the transaction can be settled in INR also or Maldivian rupiah. Okay, this point, and from here, like for Iran, that we understood. So from anywhere the question can be asked. Third party payment for export import transaction. Taking into account the evolving international trade practice, it has been decided to permit the third party payment. So third party payment is permitted. From this portion, you can get some case study type of question. Okay, so what are the condition? First, firm irrevocable order backed by a tripartite agreement should be in place. तो फ्रेंड्स वहां पे एक ट्राइपर्टाइट एग्रीमेंट होना चाहिए अगर कोई भी थर्ड पार्टी पेमेंट रिसीव कर रहा है. However, it may not be insisted upon in case where documentary evidence for circumstances leading to third party payment or name of the third party being mentioned in their irrevocable order और इनवॉइसिंग हैज बीन प्रोड्यूस. तो फ्रेंड्स अगर जो है ऑर्डर में और इनवॉइस में उस थर्ड पार्टी का नेम है तो ये जो ट्राइपर्टाइट एग्रीमेंट जो है वो कंपल्सरी नहीं है. ओके, दिस यू कैन रिमेंबर. AD bank should be satisfied with the bona fide of the transaction and export documents such as invoice and FIRC. So जो भी बैंक है उसे satisfy होना है. Bank should consider the FATF statement while handling such transaction. उसमें बैंक को FATF का स्टेटमेंट भी कंसीडर करना है दैट जो भी थर्ड पार्टी पेमेंट आ रही है वो किसी ऐसे रिस्ट्रिक्टेड कंपनी के थ्रू ना आ रही हो. थर्ड पेमेंट थर्ड पार्टी पेमेंट शुड बी रूटेड थ्रू द बैंकिंग चैनल ओनली. और जो थर्ड पार्टी है वो बैंकिंग चैनल से ही आनी चाहिए. द एक्सपोर्टर शुड डिक्लेयर थर्ड पार्टी रेमिटेंस इन एक्सपोर्ट डिक्लेरेशन फॉर्म and it would be responsibility of the exporter to realize, repatriate the export proceed from such third party named in the ADF. तो फ्रेंड्स वो एक्सपोर्टर की जो है वो जिम्मेदारी है कि उसे पेमेंट उस थर्ड पार्टी पर्सन से कलेक्ट करना है. It would be responsibility of the exporter to realize and repatriate the export proceed from such third party name. Okay, same point. Reporting of outstanding, if any, would continue to be shown against the name of the exporter. However, instead of the name of the overseas buyer from where proceed have to be released, the name of the declared third party should appear in the outstanding report. तो friends, अगर suppose वहाँ पे payment नहीं आई है, अगर they have done the export, so payment is not received, तो ओवरसीज बायर के साथ उस थर्ड पार्टी का भी नाम जो है वो आउटस्टैंडिंग लिस्ट में होना चाहिए. In case of shipment being made to country in Group 2, restricted cover country like Sudan, Somalia, payment for the same may be received from an open cover country. तो फ्रेंड्स लाइक जो रिस्ट्रिक्टेड कंट्रीज हैं वो पेमेंट नहीं कर सकती है फॉरेन पेमेंट. तो उस केस में जो है ओपन कवर कंट्री से वो पेमेंट आना चाहिए एज पर द एग्रीमेंट। Okay. In case of imports, the invoice should contain narration that the related payment has to be made to the third party. The bill of entry should mention the name of the shipper as also the narration that related party has to be made to the third party, and the importer should comply with the related exact extent instruction relating to imports. तो फिर जब भी थर्ड पार्टी पेमेंट है, देन द नेम शुड बी मेंशन ऑन द शिपिंग बिल। ओके, दैट नेम शुड बी मेंशन ऑन द शिपिंग बिल, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। सपोज शिपिंग बिल इज देयर, सो यू company is making export to A, but payment will come from B. So A and B both names should be mentioned. One will be buyer, one will be consignee. Or third party, it can be mentioned as the third party also. So that name should be mentioned on the EDF, export declaration form, that is shipping bill. Okay, nothing that is shipping bill. So जो भी shipping bill है उसके ऊपर जो है this thing should be mentioned, the name of the different parties which are involved. So in case of import also, in bill of entry it should be mentioned name of shipper as also narration related payment, third party and importer should comply. So settlement of export transaction in currencies not having a direct exchange rate. Okay. So where direct exchange rate is not available. To further liberalize the procedure and facilitate settlement of export where the invoicing is in freely convertible currency and the settlement take place in the currency of the beneficiary, which though convertible does not have a direct exchange rate. It has been decided that AD category 1 bank may permit settlement of such export transaction, excluding those put through ACU mechanism. So here, exporter shall be a customer of the AD bank. Signed contract invoice is in freely convertible currency. Beneficiary is willing to receive the payment in the currency of beneficiary instead of original currency of the invoice. Suppose somebody has raised the invoice in USD. Somebody has raised the invoice in USD, but the payment of that, suppose he is making the export to Dubai. Okay, but in Dubai they are making the payment in AED. Okay, they are making the payment in AED. So in that case, uh, you have raised the invoice in USD, but payment is coming in AED. So that is permissible, but that beneficiary is willing to receive the payment in the currency of the beneficiary instead of original. He has raised the invoice in USD, but he should be willing to receive. Then it can be received. Okay, and AD Bank should be satisfied with the bona fide. The counterparty to the exporter importer of the AD Bank is not from a country of jurisdiction in updated FATF public statement. Means it should not be in restricted country list. International trade settlement in rupee. So settlement of trade can also be done in rupee. To promote the growth of global trade, export from India and to support increasing interest of global trading community in INR, it has been decided to put in place with effect from 11th July 2022 that invoicing payment and settlement can be done in import. So these are the broad framework for cross-border trade transaction in INR. All export and import under this arrangement may be denominated and invoice in INR. तो इस केस में फ्रेंड्स जो इनवॉइस है वो भी आईएनआर में होनी चाहिए, एंड द पेमेंट विल आल्सो कम इन आईएनआर। एक्सचेंज रेट बिटवीन द करेंसी ऑफ द टू ट्रेडिंग पार्टनर कंट्री में बी मार्केट डिटरमिन्ड। तो जो भी एक्सचेंज रेट है दैट विल बी डिपेंडिंग ऑन द market rate. The settlement of trade transaction under this arrangement shall take place in INR in accordance with the procedure laid down in para C. This is all the procedure how it will come. It will be done through the this Vostro, rupee Vostro account. Okay, so in Vostro account, that foreign entity will send the payment in the Vostro account, and through Vostro account, the payment will be credited to the exporter. So these are the normal procedure. This procedure will not be coming in exam, but you should know this that it can be done. Okay, so this total about the payments only, how it is done, and similar things are written, friends. Okay, so foreign currency account. This we will discuss in our next part of the video. Today we have discussed the 10 pages of the circular. This circular is having total 47 pages. Okay, so up to 10 pages we have done. And next is foreign currency account that we will be discussing in our next video. Thank you, friends. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.